Hi everyone, this is Adam Clay from ComputerScienceTeachers.com. And over the last several days, I've gotten a lot of requests from teachers asking how, when you're transitioning from a classroom setting to an online setting, can you help students debug their code? Most of these questions have come from teachers who are using an IDE in their classroom like NetBeans or Eclipse or BlueJ or something like that, which it's very easy in a classroom setting because you can walk around and look at their code, or they can show you their code and you can help them debug that. But now that you are an online teacher, having to find a way to help your students while they are online to debug their code, it can be challenged when using these type of environments. So I'm going to show you a program called Repl, Repl.it, Repl.it, that you can use. This is an online IDE that will allow you to help your students work with and help your students, help you debug code with your students. And so I'm going to show you, I have a program here that some of my students would have created. So if I was a student, this is a treasure hunt program, which is kind of like a Minesweeper game. This is one of the programs that comes in the Computer Science Teachers Bundle at ComputerScienceTeachers.com. This is free through May 9th. If you haven't signed up for that, go there and sign up for it. But in this bundle, there's this game, and it's got two files in it. So I have a main class, and then which my main class is over here, and then I have a treasure hunt class, which is over here. And so if I have students that are working in this and comfortable working in this, I'm going to show you how to put it into Repl.it so that your students can, so you can actually collaborate and help your students debug from afar. So what you do in Repl.it, so I've created an account. It's very easy to create. It's free. Go ahead and have your students create an account, and they can create a new Repl. They come down here and select Java as their language, and then we're going to type in, this is called the Treasure Hunt project. So I'm just going to type Treasure Hunt, and we're going to create this. Okay, so this will create a Java program for us, and I'm going to show you how to easily take code from here, from NetBeans, Eclipse, or whatever you're using, and put it over here. It's really just a copy and paste. So I'm going to go ahead and delete what's in here. I'm going to delete my main method, and then I'm going to come over and copy my main method from over here. So I'm just going to copy my main. A couple things I'm going to do. I'm going to copy my main out of here, okay? And we'll just paste it right here. And when you do that, you're also going to need it to go and get any imports that you had. So I'm going to take my imports here from above and make sure they get into here as well. Okay. So I have my imports in here. And let's go ahead and make a mistake in this code, by the way. So instead of place bombs, let's say I was a student and I was coding, and I have placed BBs over here on line 27. I'm going to go ahead and get my other class. And again, it's just a copy and paste. I'm going to select it all. And I'm going to create a file, add a file, and call it treasurehunt.java. And then I'm going to paste this in. Okay. So when I try to run my main method over here in on line 27, we made that mistake. And let's say a student is coding and they've made a mistake and they can't figure out why, so they're running their code, and you're going to see that we do have an error here that they've tried to debug, and they don't know how to proceed to do this. And so here's what they can actually do as I'm waiting here for this to actually load and run. What I'm going to go ahead and bring this up over here. By the way, you can see now on line 27 that error that we created. They should be able to figure that out right by this point. But if they can't, what can they do? They can come over here to this this button right here, and this is to add people to help you out. Okay, add multiplayer to your program where people can actually come in and code along with you. So they will get a link. They can take this link and they can put it in an email, and they can email you this link or give it to you, how submit it through whatever virtual classroom you're using. However they want to submit it to you, they can submit this to you, and you can come over here. So this is the teacher account. So if this is a teacher account over here, this is a student account. I can come over here, and once I have it in my email, I place that in. This will open up, and as soon as it opens up, you're going to notice that we have the exact same thing on both sides. Okay, so what I have over here is exactly the same thing that I have over here. And now here's the cool thing with this. So let's say I'm on line 25 and typing over here. If I scroll down here to line 25, I can actually see where my student is typing at. So they can look for your cursor, you can look for theirs, you can point out errors. So if you're looking through, and we know on line 27 is the the error with the bombs, right? Because we took out the OM. So you could come over here and type in OM, and I want you to notice it types it in on theirs too. You can work back and forth and show them where errors are at, and they can explain things, especially if you're talking to them through some type of video chat, and y'all can work with each other, and you can show them where the errors are in the code. Once they have that, and you fix their errors, they can run their code, and you'll notice that when they run it, on your side, it runs right at the same time, and you can actually see everything that they're doing on your side, and you can see everything on their side. So again, this is a program. It's a treasure hunt minesweeper type program that I have as part of the Computer Science Teachers Resources Bundle, which is free right now through May 9th. Go check it out if you haven't checked it out at computerscienceteachers.com. But they're able to enter in coordinates here, and it comes up and says, okay, the treasure's not there. Player 2 entering your coordinates. And this is just a small game. The programs that I have in my computer science teacher bundles, a lot of them are games like this, just because students tend to engage more with these games. So this is one, using classes. But again, if you're looking for a way to troubleshoot and help your students debug their code and collaborate together with that, this is a perfect tool for that. I would even suggest, if you're going online, to let your students and tell your students to use the Repl.it and kind of transition to that. That'll make teaching a lot easier if you're using an online class. But if you're not using an online class, or if this is a transition and they're used to using NetBeans and they want to keep using NetBeans, or you're doing something that Repl.it can't do. Sometimes NetBeans, Eclipse, those types of things are just more powerful. They can do more things than just the online IDEs, and maybe they just need to test out some code. This is a perfect way to collaborate with them to do that. They can copy and paste code in while still using the regular IDE, or however you want to do it. But this is just kind of a quick intro to that and what I'm going to be using with my students as we transition from the classroom to being online virtual students.